Okay, so this week's been a little slow. Spent the last 5 days at work. Well, spent 5 days at work. The last couple of days been running errands and trying to get everything ready for this trip to Valley of the Gods at the end of the week. So just packed away the grill, but didn't care to bring the huge Canon rig for vlogging today because it was going to be a short one. And I really love this Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal with the Rode Wireless Go mics. It does really well, and you just plug in the iPhone and away you go. So this is forward facing. I am gonna rotate it around. The only thing that I like better about the Canon setup is you can like see yourself because the screen flips around. And this one I wouldn't be sure all the time if I was facing the camera, but we can do it in the selfie camera, so we're gonna try that. Okay, not too bad. You don't quite get the bokeh you would get on the Canon rig, but yeah, not too shabby. So like I said, been kind of a slow week. Don't have a whole lot to relate. This is just going to be kind of a short catch up, and big news coming at the end of the week. After I get off work Friday. I'm gonna sleep till about noon and then finish packing up the Airstream, and we are gonna head 4 hours up to Utah to Valley of the Gods, one of my favorite places. So plan on doing some photography out there, some drone stuff. Want to catch the sunset and some time lapses. It's gonna be a great spot to try some night photography, which I've been looking forward to with the Canon. And got a few little projects to show. Got a shoe storage drawer I want to put together for the Airstream. I got the materials for that, so I'm ready to go. Don't really feel like getting out an electric saw and stuff like that in the campground, so it'll be easy to do it out there. And I have a vent cover to put on the Fantastic fan, which one would help with snow and rain, but two, there's so much wind out here, it catches the flap, the cover for the vent, and like throws it around a lot and messes with the fan. So I'm hoping that'll provide a little protection. But again, we'll do that project out there. And other than that, we're just gonna have finally caved and got a solo stove. It's honestly mainly for the safety part though. Being that I want to dry camp up there in Boondock, I want the full experience with the fire pit and everything. And out there it's just so dry and wide open, and if it's windy I probably won't light one at all, but I wanted a safe fire ring that kind of keeps it contained. So that's why the solo stove. I've sent out a quote to Cliff's Welding in Mesa about doing a Airstream hitch to put the bikes on the back, because the bed of the truck's filling up pretty quick. But anyway, so that's the big stuff to look forward to. Next week should be a pretty big video. Hopefully I can get the edit in by Tuesday or Wednesday. So we will see you then. Have a great week. So real quick, in other news, I came home this morning after a 12-hour shift and a 45-minute ride home to find the inside temperature to be about 40, which thankfully outside was 34 or something like that. Thank goodness for the electric heater, which I left on, but the furnace was not running. It was on, and I wasn't out of propane. Come to find out, it was set at 68, which it usually is, and the blowers, I turned it off and back on. The blowers would blow for a few minutes, just cold air, and then shut off. So I don't know what's up with that. That's probably a mystery going into next week. I've got a few hours before I have to head. I've slept already. A few hours before I have to head back into work, so I don't know that I'll be able to troubleshoot that and fix it, and also get everything done that I need to in the next couple hours. So we're gonna give it a trial. There's a possibility that it just reset with being off. I had it set to like 84. So we're gonna give that a shot. Alright, it's blowing, just room temperature. So before it blew for just a few minutes, I had kind of a problem earlier in the week when it wasn't an off and on situation. It was already on, and then it just stopped heating. And I realized it was like 64, and usually it keeps it pretty close to 68. But I realized it was 64, it wasn't blowing. I turned it off and back on, and it started again. Alright, so the blower just went off. Nothing's happening. Okay. As I understand it, I had to hunt through the Airstream stuff to find this manual for the furnace. As I understand it, there is some sort of diagnostic light thing here. I don't quite know where it is. I think it's probably on the outside panel. So I may have to go look at that and then figure out what the heck I'm doing. Anyway, like I say, that's just awesome heading into a dry camping situation, but I may have to figure this out there. I'll have to get used to it being kind of chilly anyway, so. Alright, I'll come back with a solution if I find it. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Should be pretty awesome. So this is the furnace intake right here. I kind of vacuumed this out before. You can kind of snake your arm up over this little back piece. It's about the height of this. And I used the cell phone camera to kind of look up in there and see what's going on and direct my hose. But now that there's an airflow problem, I feel like I kind of need to open this up and see what's going on. So this needs to slide out and find out what's going on here. So it looks like there's no way to get to it from the top. I can kind of see in there. It's honestly not as bad as it was. Yeah, if there's actually something in the ductwork, I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. So I've got some stuff I can vacuum. I don't really know how one would get to this furnace. Alright, let's vacuum it out. Alright, moment of truth here. We vacuumed everything out. Oh, here's our ignition diagnostics too. Alright, so we're on reset. I don't see anything from the light. Hopefully we're okay. Let's go start it up and see what happens. Alright, we're back inside here. Let's see what happens. Just blowing room air right now. And we shut off. Huh. Well, with that being said, this is going to be a job for next week's video. I don't know what else to do right now. I've got to do some research and some troubleshooting and get ready for work. See you guys next week. Alright, check it out. After a brief search on the Thor forums and YouTube, found a video by My RV Works Incorporated. This is apparently called the sail switch. There's apparently two checks. One is a high temperature limit, and this is the airflow. So this is called the sail switch. The one he pulled out to demonstrate had a bunch of like dust and dog hair on it, and that's probably exactly what's going on here. So I will pull this out and show you. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. Yep. All right, with that we are all cleaned off. I'm just gonna replace this and start it back up and see if that fixes the problem, but I'm pretty sure that will. All right, moment of truth. We're going to reset. Fan is on. I don't know if you can see the indicator there. There's no blinking light yet. The fan's going to run for about 15 to 20 seconds to do a purge of any combustibles in the chamber. And we fired. And we have fire. Warm air is coming out. Problem solved. Awesome. So headed into the trip this week, tomorrow, with a working furnace. Sweet. See you guys next week. Look forward to some awesome stuff.